Like nuclear power plant thing.
I am
What is
still
this?
doing the whole nuclear power plant thing.
What nuclear power
But
Are
plant
you like
thing?
a certified firefighter now?
not like a state firefighter or anything like that. It's more just like I can fight fires at the plant. More of like an industrial firefighting.
Oh, I see.
What's the worst you had to deal with?
Firefighting or nuclear?
Both, I guess.
Like firefighting, we do a lot of similar things that the actual firefighters do. Obviously not on the same scale, but we still have to like run in a burning building and put out fires as far as like
Well, yeah.
training.
Except
Um,
they're chemical and not.
well, it could be anything, like trash fire, or like
Can
a
you put out
heat,
the
like
Miami
a
Dolphins for us?
electrical fire. That's no, there's no way. Well, I would consider that a dumpster fire.
Which I would say is probably like a first cousin to a trash fire, maybe.
Yeah. So, which I guess we could
So,
get that, but
so if the Dolphins are dumpster fire, then what are the Jaguars?
that's a whole other thing. I mean,
Oof.
this is the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
What's up?
Jonathan.
It's the Red Cap Kid. May or may not be accompanied by everybody's least favorite commentator, Joe Buck.
Do you have some
No,
beef
but
with Joe Buck recently?
have you never seen Joe Buck call a game?
Yeah, he's fine.
Oh, trust
Not
me, he can be very
exciting.
deadpan and bland.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't need him to be the best thing ever. Not everyone's. I don't know.
Trust me,
I
when
mean,
you're
I can't
spoiled by
lie.
Andy Dimension.
I was watching game one of the World Series on mute anyways, so like it didn't matter who was commentating. I wasn't gonna hear it. I was trying to do
Yeah,
homework while I was watching. So
I feel like a
Good
third of
choice.
all sports events that I watch are on mute anyway.
yeah.
Unless you're live. Yeah, and you just
You
don't have
still
any
watch it on mute.
commentary. And then you just don't
Yeah.
have commentary, yeah.
Just pop in the AirPods, put them in noise canceling mode, live sports on mute. There you go.
It's like, oh my God, he has AirPods in, he can't hear me, oh no.
Um,
But no, I'm just gonna
By
say
the
it
way,
now. Braves are winning the World Series. It's happening.
yes, this will come
4,
out
5,
next
6, or
Tuesday, so
7.
we will know by then, right?
Ooh.
Is that Tuesday, right? Is that last game on Monday?
Alright, so
Game seven
today's
on
game
Monday.
2, tomorrow is a travel day, then you got 3 games in a row. So what is that?
Friday, Saturday,
Friday, Saturday,
Sunday.
Sunday. Monday's a travel day. Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh,
Last
okay,
game
no.
will be
So
on
So we might not know.
we'll know 5 games through. Yeah,
Hopefully we
by the
will
time this
have
comes out.
a champion and it will be the Atlanta Braves.
Could be by then.
Yeah, I was afraid you were gonna have like Blake on here, and I'm not really speaking to any Astros fans right now, so that just wasn't gonna work very
Oh,
well.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
but he's
Blake's
your
busy.
rat, man. You're gonna do your rat dirty like that.
Hey man, I hate the Astros. Gotta do what you gotta do
Oh, let's be
sometimes.
sure who doesn't hate the Astros, right?
I would say pretty much just the city of Houston, and that's about it.
It's actually ironic. My rat's from Houston. My second rat is from Houston.
I feel
From
like all the
Houston.
non-band people who listen to this are gonna be like, "What the hell? Like all this
Yeah, why
rat
does
stuff."
Anuj have pet rats? Yeah,
Well, I guess we owe him an explanation. You see, in the Georgia Tech marching band, we have I guess you could call it a mentor-mentee system. So the vets are the mentors and the rats are the mentees. I think that pretty accurately captures it, right?
I would say that's about it.
that works.
But yeah, Gavin's from Houston, so
Oh, I guess I forgot about that. Yeah,
Nah, man,
you
it's
learn
all
these
good.
things once, and that leaves you. Uh, yeah. Would you guys want to? I mean, we could talk about the Braves, but could be ill-fated by then. I guess the Astros have
Don't
to win
jinx
four
it.
in a row. They'd have to win
Don't
four in a
jinx
row,
it.
but
Yeah.
Well, first
I
they got to
uh,
get past Max Fried and maybe
I
not
almost
give
got
up a leadoff bomb to Eddie Rosario like they did to Jorge Soler last night.
Like the way I see
uh,
it is I've accepted the fact that Atlanta sports are just, they're gonna let you down sometimes. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but if it does, it's nothing new. So I won't even be surprised. So like worst case scenario, we lose. I'm not surprised or disappointed. But if we win, I'm on top of the world. So honestly, I think this can only go well for me.
well,
Okay.
winning the
All right.
pennant is already an accomplishment of enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Knocking off the Dodgers too.
Yeah. I didn't even think we were gonna make the playoffs. So
I
now
was about to say, yeah, they may not have made the playoffs.
it's
Yeah,
just
I don't
icing
know
on the
how they did it,
cake.
but they rattle it off and man, this team. Everyone thought they were dead in the water without Acuna and Azuna. Austin Riley for MVP when?
Um, I don't know about that. What I was gonna say, but oh yeah, Noah and I, you guys know Noah, we're
Rittenberg, right?
maybe, huh?
Rittenberg, right?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
I know what you're thinking
We're
about.
on the same page.
We're maybe considering trying to get World Series tickets, but
Oh boy.
Dude, they're
a
so
little out,
expensive.
little out
I'm
of our
gonna say
price
good luck.
range. Well,
Yeah.
we're also
Yeah, I'm
planning
gonna
on
say good
the
luck.
Saturday night, which is the most expensive night.
Or you could just hang out in the battery.
You can, but I feel like you're gonna
Yeah,
have to get there like to actually get a good spot where you can like see the screens and stuff like that. You're gonna have to get there like 4 hours before first pitch, and it's just gonna be an absolute madhouse.
yeah, basically going right from
Well,
the Georgia Tech game to the World Series.
Oh, are you
well,
coming
there you
down for
go. It's
homecoming?
I guess I didn't tell you. Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't matter to Anuj. Jonathan, I am coming down coincidentally for homecoming. Happens to be the only weekend I'm not working.
LOL.
Um, I'll be there
Well,
Friday. I'll see you
Oh,
Friday. I'll see you.
you're
Huh?
coming to Surround
have fun in
Sounds?
Atlanta, man.
Yeah, yeah. I think Elizabeth wants me to go to Mini 500, so I'll go there. Actually, I think Blake will be there too.
Oh, wait, what are you
And
guys
then
performing?
spoilers. Spoilers.
Yeah, well, it will come out Tuesdays. There's no spoilers here. But we're playing James Bond music, so just a
Oh,
medley of like
yes.
all the different James Bond themes. It'll be pretty good.
Is
Goldfinger,
there
Live and
any?
Let Die. What else? Skyfall?
Yeah, we have
It's just
Skyfall.
Skyfall. It's just Skyfall.
We have Skyfall, Goldfinger, No Time
Any
to Die.
acting? No?
No, unfortunately not.
They're gonna
Well, you
come
need the
dressed in a
stage for
suit
that.
with the martini.
Well, we are calling it
Oh, that's actually a good
we're calling
idea.
it
Y'all should.
shaken, not stirred. So,
I love it.
maybe this would be the one time that it would be like okay by the directors to like, consume alcohol in a Georgia Tech band context. Just a nice
I mean,
martini on the stage.
y'all, are you guys going to be on stage or are you going to be in the balcony? Because I think we've been in the balcony like every other year we've done this.
Yeah, we're gonna be up in the balcony.
And it's not exactly a flat table. You might need to
Yeah,
bring one
they'll
in.
be fine. I'm excited to see all the. I haven't been on campus since spring 2020.
Oh man. Yeah, there's
So
like been a bunch of
I'll
construction since then.
yeah, I'll need a tour guide or something. Do you guys know a tour guide?
You
Wait, you're a
know,
tour
I
guide, aren't you?
I happen to know the president of tour guides at the Georgia Institute of Technology.
Ah,
I can probably help you out. He's
can
he's
you?
pretty busy with surround sounds and everything else. But just for you,
Uh,
Daniel, I think I can show you around.
yeah,
You
yeah.
think you might be able to tell us what they've done to our beloved Campanile?
So like the campanile is still there. There's just no water in it, and it's surrounded by rubble of the student center, which is becoming construction of the student center. Like from what I've heard, enough students got mad about the campanile that they are going to still have the campanile. It's just going to get moved. And there's even talks of it still being a fountain like it used to be, maybe just not to like the extent it was before.
So y'all won't have an amphitheater, but you'll still get to perform at the Campanile.
Maybe, yeah.
So that's a,
But
because I
also,
know
I
you
will
guys
be
got
long
relocated
gone.
to, I know you guys got relocated to the other thing in front of the College of Architecture.
Yeah, there's just like they put this like giant sculpture down at the bottom of Clough, or I guess the top, and then near the College of Architecture. It's like I don't even know what it's looked like. It's we like to call it the Doritos Locos Taco. Um, but it
I
doesn't
like
look
it.
like a taco, so it doesn't even make sense. Um, but they put that there. But the Campanile stuff, the student center as a whole, it won't even be finished by the time I'm gone. So
That's unfortunate. I
could you
probably will still
explain?
see a pile of rubble.
Do you explain why the one weekend I'm coming down, it's gonna rain all weekend?
dude, I'm mad about that
Oh,
too. Yeah, the weather looks. Well, let's see what's looking like now.
Up until like a couple days ago, I was like, ah, night it'll be fine, a little chilly, but that's okay. I'll go
Yeah,
up
now
upstate New
it's
York
like
now, so
Saturday, low of 48, high of 55, and rain.
oh,
Yeah.
man, when
No, maybe it like won't rain during the game. That would be nice.
yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say when I went to Charlottesville last weekend, like at first it was looking like it was gonna rain, it was gonna suck, but it actually didn't. So depending on where you're getting that weather forecast from, take it with a grain of salt.
it's like 40 to 50%, so it's not like it's probably gonna rain, but bring an umbrella. All my umbrellas are broken though.
Then bring your Georgia Tech band jacket. That always
I do
works.
have that. I got it hanging up right now. It's ready to come.
I actually took mine with me to Virginia.
Still works.
Yep, still
It's a
works.
quality jacket.
Yeah, well, it's jacket.
Damn right, it's a quality
I
jacket.
mean, it's nicer than my other rain jacket. So,
I don't know if I should comment on that being a low bar or not.
do you have the game on?
Well, of course I do. It's on mute though.
See, there you go. Don't have to hear
There
Joe
you go.
Buck.
Applications of
Problem solved.
youth sports.
But it is right now 1-2 to Austin Riley, 2 outs, and Ozzy Albies is on first. But hey, I'm glad to hear the Campanile staying though. I guess the public pressure works. Look at Virginia's ban. Well, the guys raised a stink about it. They got a lot of support, and actually, when I went to the game, I was able to hear them in the stands for once.
Doesn't that look really bad for the administration though?
Um, if you consider that maybe some of their line of reasoning just possibly may have been bullshit, then yes.
That's what I'm getting at. Like their whole thing was like, whether you agree with it or not, like, oh, it's not safe, whatever, whatever they're saying. But then like all of a sudden it's fine. Like they
I
found
mean,
some new information.
they
Yeah.
let people fill the stands.
Like not that, yeah, I know. And oh, again, I'm not arguing the merit of it. I'm saying like, I don't know, from a just they almost had to double down on it. Be like, no, we can't, because then it looks bad on them. Like, oh, well, they were lying the whole time, right? Or whatever, or they didn't care enough, or something.
Well, they
Yeah,
said they were
it's
going to reevaluate by November 1st.
hmm. Well,
I
hopefully they
feel
don't double
like
down.
everything says we'll reevaluate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely is a bad look for them, though. I mean, it was a bad look to begin with, and then when they're just suddenly changing it and being like, "Oh yeah, it's okay now." Definitely
Sounds
not
like the
great, but
sounds like a Charlie Yankee Alpha, if you know what I mean.
yeah. But I'm glad UVA's band is like
Anyways.
getting to play now, though. I wish they had made that decision like a week earlier, so we could have gone up for the game too. That'd been nice, but
Yeah.
oh well.
Yeah, I
Well,
gotta say, we missed you guys in the stands.
are they allowing away bans too? Because they
That
could
I have
just
no
say,
clue.
because they could
We
say
don't
no
know.
away bans. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
could,
could.
like, that could be the rule.
Technically, we were like allowed to bring the band there, but it was at
You
the
weren't allowed to
time we
play.
were talking to them, yeah, we weren't allowed to play, just like their band. So who knows? I
You can go
guess yeah,
just
we could.
sit and shut
That's
up.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
I
we
gotta
didn't
say,
go.
we like we missed you guys. It was not the same. I mean, I did what I could. I came home I went back to my hotel with a sore throat and a headache afterwards. But yeah, it was not the same. Also, I can't do like half the cheers because most of them are Georgia Tech fans exclusive almost.
Is it weird that Georgia Tech is favored in this game, this upcoming game?
No, not at
I
all.
feel I feel like honestly, after the past few years of Georgia Tech football, it's always weird for me to see us favored.
That's what
It's
I'm
not that
getting at.
like
It's just weird.
not there are times where it's like I feel like we would be the favorite, but Vegas disagrees. So when Vegas actually is like, yeah, Georgia Tech's the favorite, yeah, it just
Well,
feels
it's
weird.
bas I mean, it's -4, so most of that's home field advantage.
Yeah.
Still, still, the fact that
Listen,
it's
I just want to see one complete game against a Power Five opponent. Like we've already seen against Clemson what the offense can do, what the defense can do. We've already seen against Virginia that the offense can put points up in a hurry. And UNC still to me is the most complete. I'm not going to say it's a complete game, but it is the most complete game we played.
At this point, I'm just hoping we can like beat Virginia Tech, win the battle of the 3 and 4 teams, and then just like do something crazy, maybe beat Miami and Boston College too to get to 6 wins. I would love to go to a bowl game so bad.
yeah, they just need to win 3 more, assuming they win. Yeah, that would be
Hey,
crazy to go to a bowl game.
I'm actually coming down to town for alumni band. I'm actually planning to come down to town for alumni band for Boston College.
That'll be good. Yeah, I think the Alumni Association was talking to us today that was happening. So it's cool y'all will
Okay,
get to do
yeah,
that again this year.
I have a question about that. Why isn't that during homecoming weekend?
I have no clue.
Isn't it always during homecoming weekend?
Yeah,
So
it
for
always
context for
is.
our listeners,
Right.
the alum. Okay, go ahead, Jonathan. What's alumni band?
Which just they get old band people, like old band people that graduated, and they
Like
come
me.
down and they play before the game and go around campus and play the fight songs and stuff like that. Do they normally play with us during like pregame as well? Have they done
Yeah,
that
so they'll
before?
go
They
out on the
have.
field and they kind of join halfway through, and they do
Yeah,
like 2 or 3 sets.
yeah,
But it
Like
looks
really
like
easy
this,
sets where they like just move like a yard line over or whatever.
yeah,
but it looks
So like
like this
a
year we're
couple
going to be
simple
doing
things.
pregame and halftime with you guys.
Yeah, they never do halftime. That's new.
yeah. I
Just
don't know
because it's
why
all
they aren't doing
homecoming
it for
people.
homecoming. I feel like that's literally like what the point of homecoming is. So
And I'm like
I guess we're going to have our own
95%
homecoming.
certain it's always been during homecoming weekend. Like that's the whole point.
yeah,
So like
it
and
definitely
and
has been like
and,
every year up to this one.
and also I probably wouldn't do it either way, but selfishly like it's makes it harder on travelers too, right? Like
Yeah.
if you now you have to choose which game or you have to go to both. Like definitely geared toward local alumni
Yeah.
plus Anuj.
Yeah, I'm by no means local, but I am planning to make the drive.
You
Are you
still
gonna
from
drive?
Virginia, Anuj?
Huh?
You're driving from Virginia?
I plan to, yeah. Because I'm actually gonna spend like 2 weeks down there.
I
Oh, okay.
gotcha.
Yeah,
What do you?
I'm staying for the Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh, through
It's only
Georgia?
what, 10 hours? Okay, yeah, that's not actually very good.
Well,
He
it's
says
10,
tongue
yeah,
in
probably
cheek.
11 if you stop. Yeah.
Yeah. I
You're
like,
staying like through the Georgia game.
Yeah.
yeah, if
Go
it's
ahead,
like
though.
11 hours, that's pretty reasonable. I drove to California and back this summer, and I drove like from LA back to Atlanta in like 3 days. So like, and that didn't
Wow.
seem too bad. And that was on average like 13 to like 14 hours of driving a day. So I
What
guess
was your
Virginia is
route?
like closer than I think. So when I went to LA, I went from Atlanta, which is where I'm from, started in Atlanta. I went to
Hmm.
Memphis, and then I went to Oklahoma City, and then I went to Albuquerque, and then I went to Flagstaff, and I went to LA. So I took more
So it
time going
wasn't,
all the way out there.
Say, is
yeah, I
Oklahoma
was gonna
City on
say
the way?
it wasn't a straight
It
shot
like
on
it
20, was it?
surprisingly is. If you like go up to Memphis and you just get in Memphis and then you take like I think it's like 40 out of Memphis, it takes you down through Little Rock and then it takes you up like straight into Oklahoma City. And then Oklahoma City, you can take that straight through like the top of Texas into Albuquerque, and then
Yeah,
that
I
literally
see.
goes right into Flagstaff, and then you can take it
Is
all the way to California.
is it not faster to go through like Dallas?
It
Yeah,
definitely
why didn't you
is
just take 20?
because I had never been to Oklahoma and I
Okay.
had never been to New Mexico, so I wanted to check two states off of my list.
Yeah, but what
So I
about
did
Jackson,
that.
Mississippi?
You
Right through
know,
Harlem,
I could
Hollywood,
have
No.
done that.
Jackson, Mississippi.
On the way back though, I went from like I started in LA, of course, and then I drove all the way um, to El Paso the first day, and then from El
Hmm.
Oh, jeez.
Paso, I drove to Houston, and then from Houston drove to Atlanta.
So you did take 20, I guess.
Uh, Not really, because 20 goes up through like Dallas, Fort Worth, and then
Right.
comes back in over like in Alabama near Birmingham. But I took like 10 pretty much the whole way, and then
Uh,
65. It was cool though.
and
I was very happy that I didn't get any flat tires or anything like that. That was very, very nice.
Actually,
Yeah.
speaking of the West Coast, this is the first year of the Holiday Bowl for the ACC,
the Holiday
The
Bowl.
Holiday Bowl? Which one is
which
that?
is
What is it?
in
Is
San
that a
Diego.
random like? That's not a New Year's Six. That's not a New Year's Bowl, is it?
No,
Or is that
no,
New Year's?
it's
Not
in
New.
San Diego.
Oh. Yeah, but it's
ACC
not
and
on like.
Pac-12.
We
But it's
basically
not on like New
traded
Year's Eve.
the Quick Lane Bowl for the Holiday Bowl,
Oh boy,
Oh,
it's
which
on
is
that tier.
definitively an upgrade
it absolutely is.
Oh.
Oh, that's interesting.
by
They're playing
like
in
by
Petco
like
Park.
prestige and just location
So
and
you're
all that.
not going to Detroit, but you
There is
could still be
absolutely
going
no
to
way.
Shreveport.
We could still go to Shreveport, but going to Petco Park, that'd be kind of cool to see a baseball game like or a football game where they convert it into a baseball stadium. I guess I've kind
I
of seen
think
that at Georgia State, but I feel like it's different there.
isn't there another bowl game that's played in Yankee Stadium?
I think that's like the Pinstripe Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the Pinstripe Bowl.
that's the
Yeah,
one.
I did not realize that the Holiday Bowl was now an ACC tie-in. Wow. Well, when
Yes,
Georgia
and they
Tech
also
gets to 6 wins here in a couple weeks,
I don't know if they'd get
volleyball better
selected
get
for it,
ready.
but I don't know that they get selected for it, but because that would be like, well, I think it's lumped in with the other like what the ACC does it weird. It's like
Christmas
the
bowls.
first tier, or whatever,
Yeah,
tier one, tier two.
I
I don't
don't-
know.
Like the
Yeah, we get
tax
lumped
bowl?
in. Yeah, we get lumped in with like that one.
yeah.
I
Oh
think.
We
I
man, the
don't
probably
think.
end up in like
Taxler bowl.
Shreveport.
I
Wait,
think it's
Felix,
the
remember the
Pac-12's
Taxler?
like. I think it's the Pac-12's like fourth bowl choice for reference.
Hmm.
Ah. Yo, Felix, remember the Taxler bowl?
Yeah, it's too early for this kid.
Yeah, I only know the Quick Lane Bowl, unfortunately.
Uh,
But hey,
but
Quick Lane Bowl was still fun. People can. I feel like everyone is always
just
like,
going to Detroit.
"Oh man, we hated going to Detroit," but like, you know what? It was the only bowl game I got, so I'm gonna appreciate it.
Just going on
Yeah,
a trip like that is good regardless. Like,
Yeah.
sure, it's Detroit, but
I'm glad you
And
got the
even if your
chance though.
flight gets delayed for like, 14 hours going on the way
From
home.
Atlanta?
No, the flight like leaving Detroit back to Atlanta got delayed a ton.
Oh
yeah,
God, sounds like. Did you
I
guys
flew
fly
back
with
separately.
Delta?
No, we fly like Miami Airlines.
Oh,
That's sketchy.
We fly to
you got a
fly.
charter?
Yeah, it was a charter flight by Miami Airlines from Atlanta to Detroit, and then the same thing coming back. And we flew out of this tiny little airport. I don't know what Detroit's main airport is, but it was not that.
That would be the Metropolitan Wayne. Oh God, that's gonna be a run.
Wasn't Detroit? Um, no, I thought Detroit had.
Yes, they do have an
Oh, never mind.
international airport.
Yeah,
DTW, look it up.
yeah.
Feel like as the local aerospace engineer, I should have known that, but oh
I think it's
well.
actually a Delta hub for the North.
Yeah, it is. This summer I was flying
Yeah.
to St. Louis from LA, and like the flights from LA to St. Louis, they're like impossible to get direct. They were wanting to take you from
What?
like LA to Detroit to St. Louis.
You can't get a direct flight from LAX to St. Louis.
It's really hard, yeah, on
That's
Delta.
crazy.
It's either you go like
Yeah,
LAX, Salt Lake City, St.
that's
Louis,
crazy.
or you go to Detroit and then all the way back to St. Louis.
Because I know for a fact I can get a direct flight from here to LA if I would go through Reagan.
Yeah, I don't know, but
And
Yeah,
Reagan
well,
and neither
that's
Reagan nor
cheating.
DCA are hubs.
Anuj, you have
Uh,
like two airports technically.
Neither of them are Delta hubs.
Yeah, it's still cheating. You could even
Reagan
fly
is
out
a
of BWI
no,
if you had to.
too far.
Oh, it's an hour and a half from you.
Exactly, too far.
I'm saying if you had to. It's like, the only flight you can get.
Sure, yeah, if I had to, that's why but I avoid it. Honestly, DCA and IAD are actually really good. No, if you want to accuse me for cheating, then accuse me for the fact that I literally live 20 minutes away from the airport.
From who?
I live 20 minutes away from Dulles.
Oh, from Dulles. I thought you said from someone else.
No, I said from the airport.
20 minutes isn't that bad. I live 40 minutes away from the airport,
Right.
which isn't too bad. Yeah, so for my Atlanta flight, I had the option of flying back at like 9 a.m. or 11 p.m. So I was
I
like,
assume you
I
picked
don't
the
know if
9 a.m. option.
I think that I could have gone with the 11 p.m. It would have been too, but just it's like driving back from the airport at like 1 a.m. is rough. There's basically
yeah,
just
it's
one
not
road
fun.
back. I actually have to work nights the next night, so I could have done it. It actually wouldn't have been too
Oh
bad.
God. When
But
you work
The hell?
nights, what is your like shift? Like what hour to what?
it's 6 to 6 days or nights, basically.
Oh God.
It's not
That's
too many
6
rough.
nights.
a.m. to 6
You end
p.m.
up
or 6
working
p.m. to 6 a.m. Wow.
you end up working like 3 or 4 nights every couple weeks. So it's not that off. It's not like all the time.
Does it just like
Like
destroy your sleep schedule?
there's no sleep schedule. You just
That's
To be
terrible.
fair,
like
my
you're tired.
sister also
It's
has a awful shift schedule, and she's a resident.
yeah. Nurses have a similar shift schedule.
Yeah,
It's more confusing about meals, right? And I've talked to people about this. So you work from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., okay?
right.
So,
So when do
so
you
what
get
do you do?
breakfast?
So do you eat breakfast when you come home? Do you go right to sleep?
Oh,
Do you eat dinner? Because like that's technically at the end of the day because you're about to go to sleep.
yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
And then
Or
when
do
you
you
wake
eat
up,
dinner before you go?
I'll tell you what I do, but I want to hear what you guys would do if you had to work a night shift.
Probably eat dinner before you go.
Okay?
Get like a light snack in the middle of your shift, and then go to sleep, and
Okay?
then have a heavy lunch after when you wake up.
When you wake up. So when are you waking up?
I don't know, like 1 or 2
So you're eating a
p.m.
big meal at 1 after you wake up, and then you eat again before you go to shift, like at 5 p.m. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Honestly,
Okay.
I'd have to ask my sister because she's had to deal with that kind of crap. Like
Well, I'll
she's
tell
had
you what I
to,
do.
yeah.
Yeah. Jonathan, what do you got?
I think I would like eat dinner like once I get off my shift before I go to bed. Then I'd go to
Okay.
bed. When I wake up like later that evening to go to work, I'm gonna eat breakfast and then eat lunch
Okay.
in the
And
middle of
then
my shift.
lunch in the middle. All right. So
There's just
that's
something that feels wrong about waking up and like eating a meal that's not breakfast.
So you
so
would you'd shift your entire like normal meal schedule 12 hours.
Yeah,
you basically
Okay.
pretend like it's not a night shift.
yeah.
So I've started doing that. And at some point I stopped doing the meal before going to sleep. I don't know why. I think it's just I was too tired when I come home. So I just go right to sleep, like within 15 minutes. I'll brush my teeth. I think that helps normalize it. Because like, yeah, you have to figure out like toothbrushing.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
And showering.
So yeah, shower. So oh yeah, yeah. So if I wake
Let's
up
see
early, I have
which
to like
majors can attest.
because like also I usually come home sweaty from work too. So it's like do you. But
Yep.
yeah. So now I do. I when I wake up around like yeah, it depends on the day, like 12 to 2, somewhere in there. So I'll sleep from like 6 to either 12 to 2, which I think is easier because you're sleeping in the morning. Some people will like stay up and then they don't go to sleep until like 9 a.m. and
Oh
then
yeah,
and
that'd
then
be
basically wake
awful.
up right before work. But I feel like that's so
Wow.
I eat breakfast when I wake up and then I eat like
All
some
right.
snacks before and then I eat lunch
Question.
in the middle of shift and then
All right.
yeah.
Question for breakfast folks. Do you warm your cereal before you eat it?
I've never even considered that you could warm cereal.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I will say I'm not a big
Yeah.
cereal person. I pretty much only eat cereal as like a late night snack. So like I probably, shouldn't really have this strong of an opinion on it, but I've never even considered that warm cereal was something that you would do. If you get that point, why
What's
don't
your
you just eat oatmeal?
Yeah, that's what I do. I warm my
is
cereal up
hot
before I eat
cereal
it.
just oatmeal?
I don't know.
I think so.
Maybe.
It's close enough. I mean,
It's adjacent.
Podcast question. I'll add that to the questions.
it's hot cereal, just oatmeal.
I mean, I get that like there's a crunch element that's different, right?
Like,
The
so
base.
I'll put the cereal, then I'll put the milk, warm it up for about a minute, down the hatch.
I feel like warm milk is a no for me.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I mean the cereal part, okay, I guess if you want it hot, fine. The milk part is where I draw the line.
Yeah, I
Yeah, a lot of
already
the folks at
avoid milk.
a
I'm
lot of the
already,
folks at my office thinks I'm crazy.
yeah, I'm not gonna
Jonathan,
lie. I can't see the warm cereal, the warm milk thing.
what's your
But
go-to breakfast then?
I eat pretty much the same exact breakfast every day, which is 2 eggs scrambled and a bagel. Usually alternating between cinnamon raisin and blueberry bagels each week.
Oh, this game's tied.
Weekly rotation.
Travis Darno just hit a home run. Top of the second, it's 1-1.
Yeah, I like to mix it up a little bit. I mean, it is the same thing basically every single day, but
Do you have an egg maker? Or do you scramble your eggs on a skillet?
I just use a skillet.
Egg maker.
Is that like one of those
Yeah,
things you can use like make eggs in the microwave?
yup. Because
I don't even
one
think
thing
you
I
need.
have done is like I'll crack an egg. Also like chuck some tomatoes in there, warm it up, and then and then stick it between, and then like toast some bread, stick it in there, down the hatch. I actually did that while telework was a mandatory thing.
I'm
See, I
pretty sure
feel
you
like
can
though
still. Go ahead.
you can make like a sandwich shaped thing of scrambled eggs, just like in a skillet. And I imagine the texture is better than what you would get from a microwave.
Then I probably lack the skill to do it.
For a skillet, I feel like you just put it in and let it go.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't know. I guess
Maybe,
it's
yeah,
one of
maybe
those
there's
things
some
where
Just some
artistry to the
stirring every
shaping.
now and then.
maybe
I
I've
think
just
it's
been
probably just
making the same breakfast every single day, scrambling 2 eggs every day for like the past, I don't know, 10 years. And I have
that you're used to
somehow
it.
acquired this skill to make breakfast sandwich shaped eggs.
Yeah, do you ever do a breakfast sandwich? Because you have like most of the ingredients there.
Sometimes, if I run out of bagels and I still have eggs, I'll just like pop some bread in the toaster and then make a
Smart.
breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, but you
Throw
could
some
use the
cheese on
bagel
there.
for, is the point. That's what I'm getting at.
I could, but I don't know.
Not the cinnamon or blueberry. Yeah. That
I think
blueberry would be
breakfast is the
weird.
most important meal of the day, kids.
What
So no
about
matter what you like,
pancakes?
get you some breakfast.
What about
Yeah.
pancakes?
I'm a big pancakes guy. Pancakes are great. I don't usually cook them myself, but if I go like and get breakfast somewhere, probably gonna
Mm-hmm.
get some like blueberry pancakes.
All right. Like a IHOP kind of guy.
I don't know that I'm gonna be going to IHOP if I'm gonna get breakfast. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
There's there's a lot of really good breakfast in Atlanta. I actually don't know if there's any
Okay.
IHOPs in Atlanta.
I can't think of it.
What?
I feel like Waffle House basically monopolized
Oh yeah,
chain
sure.
breakfast in Atlanta.
Makes sense.
There's
That's
like
why when we after the Georgia Tech NC State game 2 years ago, we all went to Waffle House.
Yeah, but Waffle House isn't good.
Waffle House is okay. Let's just put it that way.
I feel like Waffle House. Okay. I'll say before I say anything, Waffle House is better than the Varsity, but they both are kind of one of
Yeah.
those things where it's like they're still like popular and existing in Atlanta just because like they are considered a tradition of sorts.
The idea of Waffle House is better than Waffle House.
Yes, and the idea of the Varsity is like much better than the Varsity.
Like Waffle House is only good because it's always open.
Oh yeah,
Is that what you'd call fan service?
Not fan service. I guess the Varsity is probably more fan service. Like
yeah,
Jonathan said, I think that Waffle House is above the Varsity.
yeah, for sure.
Like it's just, yeah, it's only good
I hate
because
to
it's
say this, but I've
open.
never actually had food at the Varsity.
You're honestly
I've
probably
been to the
better off for
Varsity.
that.
Yeah, you're better
I
off.
say I've been to the Varsity, but I never had food at the Varsity.
Well, I don't know what. I guess you could eat the fries. Yeah,
I could.
you might have a tough time ordering a meal there though.
Yeah,
No, if I went to Five Guys, I'd have a problem.
Okay, yeah, that would be a problem. But I don't think they have. I don't even know if they have vegetarian options at
The
varsity.
varsity, it may, I don't even know.
I wouldn't need it
I,
if they offered it, but it's probably
yeah,
not vegetarian,
yeah.
being honest.
I mean, I feel like with the varsity, maybe you could get like they have coleslaw because you can get a slaw dog. Maybe you could just get the slaw.
Can
You
I
could
have a
get
hot
like
dog but no dog?
yeah, exactly. Can I get the hot dog without the dog? Just the slaw. I mean, maybe they have like I guess you could get like some of the desserts and stuff, like a frosted orange or
Hmm.
but I don't know, I'm assuming that's vegetarian. It's the varsity.
Yeah,
Honestly, could very well
you could
not
do any of the
be.
shakes.
Yeah. But as far as like the actual entrees they have there, might be out of luck.
Well, maybe if when I come back for alumni band, I might have to check it out if I need a quick fix or something.
That's
Remember
no.
we were gonna go to the varsity like after the game at one point, after the NC State game 2 years ago.
I have no idea, but I feel like the varsity is about the last place I want to go after game day.
Yeah, I
Mainly the
wouldn't
place I
blame
want to go
you.
after game day is my bed.
We ended up going to a Waffle House, but it was all the NC. It was like I think most of the NC State trumpets that showed up, but it was only like four of us from Georgia Tech: me, Tyler, Hayden, and 12.
Yeah, I know. I don't remember.
Oh
A
man, that was
lifetime
so much
ago.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure feels like it, doesn't it? What with you being so close to graduation, and like Felix and I have already graduated.
Yeah, I'm staying for grad school, so I'll still be here for a little while.
Oh, nice.
I mean, you ever
But
consider moving on with your life?
actually, no. I'm literally going to grad school just because I still haven't figured out what I want to do with my life, actually.
My
Wait, so have
plan is
you
hiring.
have you still figured out what you
Officially
want to do,
telling.
like rockets or fixed wing
Nuclear
or
Yeah,
power. Yeah.
so
No, no, no.
I spent like the past 2 summers working um, in aircraft design, and
Okay.
so that is what I want to do post graduation. Just want to go to grad school, take more classes, get more experience, more like specific knowledge on some things that like I would have liked to have learned about more as an undergrad, but didn't really have the chance to with the way the curriculum's set up. So
you want to go to like a Boeing or an Airbus or a or like a Embraer or something like that?
at this point, I'll go anywhere where they will hire me.
Because I believe Ashley Bunch, might remember her. She's at Honeywell. Should probably give her a call.
Yeah, I think she's actually at like Amazon now. I'm not really sure, but
She's somewhere in that general area of Seattle. I would
Yeah, they're
say,
all the same.
like,
All those companies
I
are the same.
can, I would say I can hook you up. Maybe I try to hook you up, but we're more in space and not on Earth.
well, I appreciate it anyways. But
Yeah, just
we'll
send me your
see.
resume. Maybe we'll have some luck. Up to you,
Connections, baby.
of course.
That's what it's about. Networking.
Hmm.
I had someone from the band contact me on LinkedIn.
Who?
I won't say who. I'll tell you off air. But
Sure.
I don't even know if you know this person. I didn't know this person, and apparently they've been in band for several years. So I was like, oh. Um, yeah, they were like,
Well,
oh, I saw that you're in. I think they did an internship for like another part of the company of my company. My company is pretty big. It has like lots of locations.
so are we.
They're like they're like, oh yeah, what do you? How's the job? Whatever. I think they were leaning toward engine. I was like, well. I don't really do engineering, but
Hmm.
yeah. So I don't know if they're applying for the job. I think my place is hiring, but maybe the LinkedIn connection helped. I don't know.
Well, Daniel, I regret to inform you that I have another commitment, and I'm gonna have to hop off the call here.
The next podcast. Okay. We're pretty much wrapped up here. Any last thoughts before we close shop?
All right, here are my last thoughts. I'm gonna give you all my radical predictions for sports over the next several months.
Do
Georgia
it.
Tech is gonna win 3 games and make a bowl game. Braves are winning the World Series in 5. Um,
Oh, fine.
and the Falcons are going to tank and get the #1 draft pick.
Number one,
None of
I
these
think
things
they're
will
high.
actually happen, but these are things I wish would happen. Oh yeah, and the Hawks are going to the NBA Finals. Can't forget that one.
Well, they actually might. Okay, so how do you feel about Gorgui Dieng filling in for a Kongwu?
We don't have time for that, Anuj. We're wrapping up.
Okay, fine. Tell me offline.